6 Secrets of a Successful Website You Must Know. To successfully build a solid website, a website blueprint, website organization map, has to be created before a new design or optimization begins. This will make sure the important pages and components are included, and it will give you clear expectations to design from. This planning stage helps spare unnecessary redesign or additional programming work. Think of a website's map purpose like building a house, for you need to identify what rooms of the house will need to be built. A website map can be as simple as a document that has a list of the web pages in the order that they will appear in your website navigation system. The following example demonstrates the same. Point 1. Website navigation. A main navigation home page about the company team, jobs at company services, news in the media, press releases, company events, case studies, blog, company blog, latest articles, contact, footer, navigation, terms and conditions, privacy policy, testimonials. Advertise with us. Whether you are designing your own website, designing for an organization, or managing a web designer, this is a critical online marketing step, as it ensures that a site is built with all the important pages and in one order. Pre-planning saves a lot of out-of-scope work if the strategy first, execution second formula is applied. In the planning process, you would want to include pages for the main navigation, sub-navigation, and even footer navigation links. Things like logins for e-commerce or client admin access are called utilities, which must also be noted. Point 2. Website components. As you move from identifying the rooms you want in your house, the pages on your website, you also need to start thinking about the website components as those who need to be built into your wireframe. Think of the website components as the things you would want in the main room of your house. Do you plan to have online marketing widgets like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn that users can click to? Is building your email newsletter a priority? If so, you might want a sign-up box designed for your website. Things like request free quote, free PDF download, free trial buttons, social media profiles, awards and achievements, prestigious clients, etc. make good site components for the main page of your website. You don't have to design the site components exactly like you see here, you just have to clearly document what components you want to include on the site, which might get lost in the designing process. Point 3. Website wireframe. Your website's homepage and other critical pages of your website can be architectured through a wireframe so that the critical pages are visible and certain actions are encouraged by the website visitors. Think of your website as online marketing nucleus. We can use the opportunity or lose it. Website visitors need to be guided through your site once they get to it. Before the web designing work begins, a wireframe ensures that the placement of pages, navigation order, and site components all have a place. A website wireframe is typically done in black and white to keep the focus on mapping out where things would go on a page before people/clients start critiquing about things like colors. The goal of a wireframe is to show the placement of the navigation elements like the main navigation, footer navigation, social media buttons, email newsletter block, etc. The purpose here is to define the website architecture versus colors, texts, or fonts. This wireframing step helps keep the focus on getting approval on layout before color and copy might get picked. If you have ever purchased a website theme/template, you must have noticed the default lorem ipsum text instead of the real text during the wireframing process to show where the text would go even if the actual content isn't ready for the site. Wireframes can be designed using graphic tools, and many times they are simply sketched out on a piece of paper. Wireframes can be done with or without the graphic tools. Just approach the step which works best for you. Point 4. Elements of a website. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. As tempting as it is to start designing sites or start moving things around, the planning time spent can save a lot of fixes or "oops, I forgot this" reactions in the future. Think of a successful website not so much as the site but instead a web solution. The top elements critical for success are: A. Clear website architecture. Where are things going to go, like we covered in the wireframing process? Where do you want your photos to go? Headlines? Text? Certain segments? Call to actions? Social media widgets? B. Smart navigation. The word smart navigation sounds very simple, but having a clear plan of the order of pages like home, about us, services, contact us, etc. need to be planned out because that makes your website successful. C. Call to action components. Let's not forget all of those call to action components like a free trial button or also simple words like know more, which link to other pages of your website. Also components like email sign-ups, if you want to increase people signing up for your newsletter, need to be planned as part of the successful step process. D. Know your target market. A successful website is the one which serves its target market and is focused on offering a great customer services to its users as a means indirectly to sell. Don't expect a website to sell immediately upon first glance. It is how all of our marketing works in unison through serving, supporting, and selling that will equal marketing success. Having a successfully strategized website will support your overall online marketing efforts. Point 5. Homepage best practices. To open a door to make your website a web solution, you should always start planning first with the homepage. The homepage is like the front door of a house. It should make the users feel they are where they were supposed to be and also guide them to where you want them to go. We all want visitors on our websites. But we have to get them through the site. And that's what happens with a smart homepage. Homepage planning gets a lot easier when you first start with a website map, which becomes a wireframe. With that, moving into the formal design process. Don't forget to include your call to action and other marketing components on the homepage. Messages on your homepage must clearly communicate who you are, what you do, and whom you serve. This can be communicated through a logo, bullet points, clear website text, pictures, or even videos. Point 6. Website privacy policy. A final point to weave into your website's planning process is your website's privacy policy. While it may not be as exciting as designing a website, a privacy policy is an online marketing must. A good privacy policy addresses how you use personally identifiable information, what you do or don't do with the email addresses as you collect. It discloses if you use any tracking technology like web analytics, or if you have any type of cookies on your website. A privacy policy also discloses if you sell or rent contact information collected on your website. You can do web search with the phrase privacy policy to see examples of privacy policy best practices. You can use free privacy policy generators online, or you can go through a third-party privacy policy company like http://www.trusty.com for help on this. However you approach this, know that having this a critical must for online marketing management. When you follow these guidelines, you will see that your website will come together nicely, thanks to the power of planning.